He was advised not to discontinue this medicine. This might bring a recurrence of the complaint. A. So that. B. Despite. C. Until. D. As. E. Due to. The patient was not satisfied, the treatment he received. A. On, B. For. C. Of. D. From. E. With. Be sure, take a look, the article on infant mortality rates. A. In, of. B. To, at. C. Of, for. D. For, up. E. By, from. AIDS is a disease, has given rise to much speculation. A. Whom. B. Whose. C. What. D. Which. E. Who. A lot of people want to become surgeons, but, make the grade. A. Few. B. Not much. C. Very little. D. Any. E. All. A drug of this kind is dangerous to be sold without a prescription. A. As. B. Just. C. To. D. So. E. Enough. Acetic acid is used as a food and flavoring material, and also in the manufacture of white lead. A. Preservative. B. Decay. C. Absorption. D. Solution. E. Process. Researchers disagree whether a large ocean ever existed on Mars, but one thing is certain, Martian geology is turning to be strange and complex. A. Of, round. B. In, over. C. For, up. D. On, out. E. About, in. Species become endangered and even extinct, a variety of reasons, many of which are related, human activities. A. Within, of. B. For, to. C. With, for. D. In, with. E. Over, through. Some scientists assess that the thermal blanket around the globe, the average temperature of the Earth to rise. A. Were warning, has caused. B. Have been warning, was causing. C. Have warned, may cause. D. Have warned, may caused. E. Warn, will have caused. A theory, only when a hypothesis, by consistent results from many observations or experiments. A. May have been developed, was being supported. B. Can be developed, has been supported. C. Will be developed, was supported. D. Has been developed, had been supported. E. Had been developed, might have been supported. If transport costs into consideration at the outset, the plant, far from its present site. A. Will be taken, are being built. B. Were taken, had been built. C. Have been taken, have been built. D. Were being taken, will be built. E. Had been taken, would have been built. The first laser, in 1960 by Maimon, almost half a century after the publication of Einstein's theory of radiation, which, the possibility of laser operation. A. Has been demonstrated, had shown. B. Had been demonstrated, showed. C. Was demonstrated, showed. D. Demonstrates, was shown. E. Was being demonstrated, shows. The advent of nuclear power, the trend to use water power on a large scale, and hydroelectric installations, in all industrial countries with water power potential. A has not halted, are being built. B did not halt, are built. C would not halt, will be built. D will not halt, were being built. E had not halted, would be built. Many diverse animal forms exist, exceptions can be found to almost any definition of an animal. A. So, as. B. As. C. Whether, so. D. So, that. E. Neither, nor. Products: diverse, rubber, tobacco, coffee, chocolate, and aromatic oils for perfumes come from flowering plants. A. To, than. B. As. C. Both, than. D. Either, or. E. Not only, but also. The writers of this article seem to assume the nuclear plants conform to safety requirements, the fact that violations are constantly being reported. A. In case. B. Although. C. Against. D. Concerning. E. Despite. Pile foundations are costly and normally economic only, commercial structures on valuable sites. A. In the manner of. B. In the case of. C. In place of. D. In fulfillment of. E. In accordance with. The South African government has committed a further sum of money to the Southern African Large Telescope, SALT, enables the construction of this giant telescope to commence next year. A. Which. B. Thus. C. By which. D. Whose. E. For whom. Heat is transferred from object by conductions, convection, and radiation. A. Either, to others. B. Each, from the rest. C. Any, with another. D. Some, through others. E. One, to another.